Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. Before we begin today's reading, I'd like to introduce you to my sponsor Keen and tell you how they can help you. So, Keen is an online platform that's been operational since 25 years now and allows you to easily find and connect with a psychic advisor 24/7. Their advisors can help you on a multitude of subjects such as love, family, career, any astrological questions you might have, and it's really simple to get a reading on Keen. You just need to create an account, choose from the many readers that are online, and you're good to go. You can then talk to an advisor of your choice through chat or call. I always use the chat option, and I love how prompt the advisors are with their replies. As a new customer on Keen, you can talk to a psychic advisor for just $1 for the first 5 minutes. Simply click the link in my description box, trykeen.com/happyhightarot, and enjoy your first reading. In today's pickacard reading, we will find out who has been thinking about you. And not only we will find out who has been thinking about you, we'll also take a look at what are their thoughts about you, what are their intentions for you, and how are they currently feeling for you. So you can see an image on your screen right now. You've got three options to choose from. Feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hi group 1, if you guys chose the first image, let's find out who has been thinking about you. So we'll take a look at the person's energies first and we'll find out what are their thoughts, their intentions, and how are they feeling. So the cards that came out for you guys are Child Divine, that says innocence, purity, and redemption, suggests a special connection with the divine. Then we have Fool, that says fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. Penguin, that says the period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. All right, so who has been thinking about you, group 1? With Child Divine over here, this might be someone whom you've known since childhood. This might be someone whom you've studied with, someone you grew up with, someone who used to be your next door neighbor. This can also be someone with whom you have a child for some of you. This might be someone who looks younger than their age, like by a lot. So, for example, if this is someone in their, let's say, 30s or 40s, they do not look a day over 20 or 21. This also seems to be the kind of person who's very good at hiding their emotions, very, very, very good at it. So, I don't think that you've ever had much clarity for that matter regarding how they feel for you or what do they think about you. I think this person has always been a bit of a mystery to you. They're very good at wearing that mask wherein they only reveal about themselves to you as much as they want, and the rest of it is all just guesswork. This might be someone who's very funny, has a very pleasing personality, might have been the class clown if this was someone that you studied with in school or college. Someone who really likes to make people laugh and somebody who does not mind being the butt of the joke. I think there aren't too many people who can figure out if this person is sad, because usually they're the ones who are making everybody laugh. But it seems like there's something about your energy, group 1, wherein it's like you have the ability to stare into their soul merely by looking at them. One look at their eyes and you know if they're genuinely happy or if they're just pretending. With the presence of the penguin over here, this might be someone who lives in a colder climate. Maybe at the moment you guys are living in different cities or different states or different countries, so the geographies are different, because of which the weather conditions, the climate is different, and they live in an area that's relatively colder. This might be someone who works with animals, might be a vet for some of you, or perhaps someone who is an animal lover, a nature lover. I can see that for a few of you, this could have been one of those situations wherein I'm getting hot and cold also. Like I just heard hot and cold. So for a few of you, this could have been that situation wherein this person was never clear or upfront with you. Rather, they were always just hot and cold. Okay, so the point that I was making earlier was that it definitely has been some time since you guys have spoken to each other, since you guys have hung out together. And even though this person does not show it, as you've already seen with this mask over here, even though they don't show it, they definitely do miss you. It's also interesting how the fool's character has a mask, but then the child divine over here doesn't. The penguin also just has that one side that they're showing us. So I think your presence gives this person an opportunity to be their true self, to be their authentic self, and that is something that they deeply cherish because they don't get that comfort zone, you can say, with other people that easily. Okay, now let's see what has this person been thinking about you exactly. So for that we have dog barking that says advice from a friend. We have ladder that says climbing towards success. And we have feather that says someone you know is undependable and insincere. I'm getting two messages over here for you guys, group one, so please take what resonates. The first message that I'm getting is that the reason why this person has been thinking about you so much of late is because there is someone in their friend circle or in their community whom you know for a fact is extremely undependable, they're very insincere. Maybe this is someone who's just using this individual for whatever perks or benefits. But perhaps our friend over here is rather naive and they couldn't see through the reality of whoever this other person is. And with dog barking over here, it is highly likely, group one, that you could have warned this person that, stay away from XYZ, or do not blindly trust them, do not give them your money, do not sign anything that they ask you to sign without reading it. Something like that, something along those lines. But it seems like at that time they did not pay attention to your advice. At that time they did not pay attention at all to the warnings that you were giving them. And ultimately what happened over here is that whoever this other person was, they did in fact ditch this individual. And when that happened, when they fell flat on their face, they started thinking about you. They started thinking about that suggestion, that advice, or rather that warning that you had given them. And they're thinking now that what if I had listened to group one earlier? It would have saved me so much trouble. Why did not I trust their judgment of this other person? And then the second message that I can see over here with ladder and feather is that growing up, you both could have been very tight, you both could have been very, very good friends. But as and when life started happening, or rather with climbing towards success, as and when this individual started getting hyper focused on their career, on what their next achievement do they want to be, just, like continuously and crazily working towards one goal after the other, more money, more power, better positions, and whatnot. So you guys lost touch, and just as how a feather keeps floating in the wind, it seems that after that point, when they started hyper focusing on their career, your connection perhaps took a backseat, and then after that, there was no direction as such to the connection, to the friendship, or to the relationship. Sometimes you guys would meet up, mostly you wouldn't. Sometimes you guys would talk to each other, mostly you wouldn't. And with the feather over here, I don't think that this is something that you would ever expected of this person, group one. I don't think you'd ever thought, even in your wildest dreams, that they'll get so lost or so busy chasing their dreams, or um, being that power hungry, or whatever else it is, that they would absolutely forget about you, and they would absolutely forget about the promises that they made to you, or I don't know, any shared dreams or goals that you guys perhaps had. And since these are their thoughts of you, they are obviously reflecting on the same, like they are taking into consideration the fact that this is how they haven't behaved with you. And they don't seem to be very proud of it with the penguin's energy. All right, now let's see what are this person's intentions towards you. So for that we have journey guide that says travel, change in location. Interesting. Now, I had told you guys that I am getting a sense that this person lives in a colder climate, so obviously, you guys are currently not living in the same location. And if that is the case, then the intention over here is absolutely clear that they want to have a face to face meeting with you. Interestingly, the journey guide card has the number 22 on it. Maybe that is something you guys have been seeing a lot these days, repeating twos. They want to travel and come to where it is that you're living, and I'm getting a sense that their intention is, especially with the feathers energy over here, to tell you that they're not as bad as you think they are, or they're not as insincere perhaps as you think they are. And this lining of different monuments around the globe in the journey guide card, I feel like one other minor intention, you can say, behind them wanting to meet you face to face is so that they can tell you what all it is that they've achieved in the time that you guys have been apart. I don't think they're too sure of what impact it would have on you. I don't think they're sure themselves on whether or not you even care about what it is that they're doing in your career, or how far ahead it is that they've been. And I also heard that when they have this face to face meeting with you, they might finally tell you that they get this feeling of home only with you. So it does not matter to them where it is that they're living. If you're not there, or if you're not around, or if it's been a while since they haven't spoken to you, it just does not feel good. Interesting. All right, now let's take a look at your tarot cards to find out how is this person feeling about you. So for that we have the 7 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, and we have the 10 of Wands. All right. I just heard this message. That's a part of this messages deck that I have. Um, and the message basically says, I try to keep myself busy with the things that I do, but no, wait, what was it? One second. Yeah, okay, so it goes, I keep myself busy with the things I do, but every time I pause, I think of you. And I think that that is basically what's playing out over here as well. With the Seven of Pentacles over here and the Ten of Wands, this person has been living with a huge, you can say, almost mountain like feelings for you. They're deep as the ocean, big as mountains, however it is that you would want to describe it. And I don't think they've ever had an opportunity to tell you that. And we saw that already with the Fool's energy. In fact, somewhere I think they're carrying this burden of guilt as well for putting you on the back burner when they were chasing their dreams and chasing their goals. I think in their feelings, they're rather afraid with the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Cups that what if you haven't been waiting for them? What if you have moved on from them? What if you have found comfort in someone else? And what if they propose the idea of coming to you and meeting you face to face, you reject it outright? And that thought seems to be haunting them, honestly. And interestingly enough, over here with the Four of Cups being sandwiched between the Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, I feel like each time they're not occupied with something work related, they only and only think about you. They think about all the ways in which they've disappointed you. They think about all the ways in which this can go wrong. And I don't think that they're able to focus too much on anything else in that moment when they're thinking about you. And I heard doom gloom, so I feel like this overwhelming emotion of, or this sense of doom tends to wash all over them, because at this point they're very uncertain of how things are going to unfold between them and between you. Will you be open to giving them a second chance or hearing them out or not. So there is longing over here, there is guilt over here, and there is lots and lots of fear over here as well. And in case you guys think that they've moved on from you, I don't think that's true. If you think that they're currently dating anybody else, and if you do not know that for a fact, with the Four of Cups over here, I don't think they're finding anybody even half as interesting as they find you. Alright, group one. So these are all the messages that I have for you guys right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi group 2, if you guys chose the second image, let's find out who has been thinking about you, and then we'll also take a look at what are their thoughts, what are their intentions, and how are they feeling about you right now. So the cards that came out for you guys are Athlete, that says dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. Then we have Detective, that says great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. We have Shark, that says trust your instincts to discern the truth of the situation. Alright, group 2, who has been thinking about you? First of all, with Detective over here, I strongly feel that this is someone who has access to your social media. So I don't think that this is anyone that is not in your list of followers. They might not be in your list of following, but they're definitely in your list of followers. So that's how they have access to your stories, your highlights, your posts, everything. If this is an Insta, they might be a Facebook friend, or if you're not active on Instagram or Facebook, but you're the kind of person who updates statuses on WhatsApp, so this is someone who has your contact number and your status updates are visible to them. So that's how they know, because with Detective over here, this individual definitely does stalk you. They always keep an eye out on you. They're always very curious to know what's up with you, what's going on in your life. Are you with anybody? Who are you hanging out with? How are you looking these days? What are you doing these days? And the sort. With Athlete over here, for a few of you, quite literally, this might be someone who's very good at sports, very passionate about sports, maybe a particular sport or just in general. They might be an athlete. Even if they're not a pro, they just really like games and things like that. This might be someone who hits the gym very frequently. If this is a masculine, this might be someone who has a very strong muscular and heavy build. And if this is a feminine, in that case also, I feel like the feminine really loves to go to the gym, really loves to maintain a physique. This might be, and this is a very random message, but this might be someone who is a part of some book club with you, goes to the same gym as you. um might be someone whom you met at the library or met during swimming classes, maybe. For a few of you, I'm being told that this individual has taught you something interesting. So maybe at some point this individual was your gym instructor, or they taught you some subject, they taught you how to perfect some stroke while swimming, something like that. I do feel like there is this risk factor associated with this person, with the shark's energy. I don't think this is the kind of person that people want to mess with. And I think their entire personality, their build, their physique, the way they look at you, everything about them makes all of this very clear that, like, do not mess with me. You should know better than to mess with me unnecessarily. Sometimes I also feel over here with the shark's presence that you feel a pull towards this person just as strongly as they feel a pull towards you, but perhaps neither one of you has confessed anything like this to the other. Like, the chemistry between you guys is there, everybody knows that, you both know it, but perhaps you're not able to trust what you feel that maybe this person is thinking. And similarly, they're not able to trust their own heart that, oh, maybe my feelings or my thoughts are reciprocated by group 2. All right, now let's find out what are their thoughts exactly. So we have torch that says spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Teapot that says deep friendship with someone of the same sex. And grapes that says time to go out and have fun. For some of you, this might be a same sex connection, but of course, does not have to be for all of you. I do feel like with the presence of grapes, one thought that is heavily on their mind is to ask you out, especially if they haven't been able to do so for however long it is that you guys have known each other. In fact, I think that the whole detective business is also going on so that they can discern. They might be treading the waters. They want to discern whether you're actually single or not, whether they will get a positive response or not if they ask you out. In fact, with the presence of teapot over here, I do feel like they have a plan in place. They want to get closer to you first. They want to forge a deep friendship with you first. They want to win your trust that way. They want to establish that level of comfort and familiarity with you that way. And post that, they would like to ask you out. Not directly. So just in case group 2 you have figured out who this is, and you keep wondering, like, this guy keeps checking me out, I wonder, and I've given them enough signals that I'm into them as well, when are they going to ask me out? So they're waiting to ask you out, and like first they want to be friends with you. Also, somewhere with the presence of torch, I'm getting this feeling, group 2, that whoever this friend of ours is, they don't think that they match your standards. All right, they think that you're better than them. They think that you are above them, and they mean this spiritually, they mean this physically, they mean this emotionally, like every aspect. They think that you are better than them. And just in case you get a sense from this person group 2 that they're trying too hard, like how we can sense that if someone's trying too hard. So the reason why that person does that around you, so for example's sake, let's say that this indeed is someone who goes to the same gym as you. So whenever you are around them, you'll notice that they'll add more weights, or I don't know, I just heard they'll make even more loud noises, whatever that is. But just to prove to you that they are capable, that they deserve your attention, that they deserve a chance to go out with you. All right, now let's see what are this person's intentions towards you. So for that we have phase entanglement that says emotional influence. Interesting. So group 2, if you look at the girl at the very back in the phase entanglement card, she looks pissed, and it almost seems as if the other two are talking about her, or like the one who's whispering is talking about her, to the girl in the center with the curly hair, and the one at the back is pissed off, like she doesn't like that fact. So, and here's where it gets interesting. A few of you have never actually had any conversation about this person with anyone, but they might have seen you having a conversation just in general, and maybe while you were talking to someone, you just very randomly, very subconsciously, you looked up at them, and the person that you were talking to also looked at them. And so this individual over here is now convinced that you and your friend were talking about them. And somewhere with phase entanglement, I feel like what you think of them or how you see them matters to them a lot. I mean, it makes sense. Why? Because they think you're better off than them. So, of course, if someone whom they think is out of their league thinks highly of them, it'll do wonders for them, right? For their self esteem and all that. But Unfortunately, over here with phase entanglement, it seems like they're convinced that someone has said something negative about them to you. I don't know if it's true. Maybe for some of you it is true. Someone actually has bitched about this person to you. But if that is not the case, and let me tell you with phase entanglement, this individual seems to be very, very convinced that someone has, in fact, fed you some sort of poison about them. And just in case you don't really go out of your way to start a conversation with them, or you don't really bother yourself too much with their social media like they do with your social media, they think that it is all because someone has been negatively influencing you about them. So their intention firstly is to find out why is this person doing that, who is that person, and how much of their image has declined in your eyes because of all of this. Of course, none of this might be true. Like I said, you've never perhaps had a conversation about them, but that assumption seems to be sitting very, very heavily in their mind right now, group 2, which is why their intention is to clear their image in your eyes. Right now, let's find out how are they feeling for you. So we have the 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and we have the 5 of Pentacles. What did I say? Group 2. With the 8 of Swords over here, right off the bat, it is true that they have developed some sort of assumption and they're choosing to stick to it. They might not be seeing the truth of the situation at all. They're convinced that you do not like them. And even before taking a risk, there is this energy in their feelings over here with the 5 of Pentacles of them feeling heartbroken, feeling defeated. And you might find that funny, like you haven't even asked me out. For all you know, I might say yes. So what are you sitting over there, like making that gloomy face? Why is that? It's because they're utterly convinced, thanks to this assumption, thanks to this misunderstanding or whatever it is, that they had one shot and they, what's the word, they failed. Somewhere, though, in their feelings, of course, there is a sense of determination. Like, okay, fine, everybody deserves a second chance. I'll try again. But honestly, with the 2 of Swords over here and the 5 of Pentacles, I don't think at this point this individual has a lot of confidence in themselves. I don't think they know where they stand with you at all. I don't think that they have any idea about how you feel for them. Of course, the fact that they assume things instead of clarifying them, the fact that they cook up all these stories in their mind rather than having a direct and proper conversation with you, it's just spoiling everything further. It is in no way contributing to the betterment of this connection, or even to their mental health for that matter, because with the 5 of Pentacles over here and the 2 of Swords, this individual tends to overthink about all the worst case scenarios in this connection, and then they upset themselves. The more they think about how it can go wrong, the more upset they feel. So group 2, I just heard that if this has ever happened, that you are like you're walking towards them, maybe you smile at them but they don't smile back, or they ignore you, and it's just so random because till yesterday they were smiling at you. So what changed overnight? What changed overnight is the fact that they kept on thinking and then overthinking, and they crushed their own spirits. That's what happened. So in their feelings, they are willing to take one more risk to ask you out after forging a friendship with you. But at this point, thanks to their assumption that you do not think highly of them, with the 5 of Pentacles over here, they are almost convinced that their plan will backfire and it just will not work out. So these are all the messages that I have for you guys right now, group 2. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi, group 3. If you guys chose the third image, let's find out who has been thinking about you. Then we'll also take a look at what are their thoughts about you, what are their intentions, and what are their feelings for you. So the cards that came out for you guys are Beggar, that says confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self esteem. Then we have God in reverse, all right? So this says despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. Humpback whale that says music is essential to your healing and well being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. All right, so who has been thinking about you, group 3? With the beggar over here, this is definitely someone who seems to be feeling very ashamed or very guilty of something that they might have said to you, or a behavior that they might have exhibited towards you. They're not proud of it. In fact, of course, they are thinking about you. Yes, that's one thing, but they might also be thinking about their own actions towards you, which they now feel like were very unnecessary and were not right at all. With the God in reverse and beggar, another message that I'm getting is that most likely this is someone whom you triggered to an extent that it set off their spiritual journey. All right. So it's almost as if you put up a mirror in front of this person's face and you forced them to come face to face. You forced them to confront their shadow aspects. You forced them to admit or accept to themselves that they're not all that great that they keep pretending to be. Because with the presence of God in reverse over here, for a lot of you, this might be someone who either has a lot of influence or a lot of power in their community or in your community. So before you became an active part of their life, they had this tendency to really parade and flaunt this power of theirs. And they could have even misused their power in a lot of places. They could have manipulated people. They could have made people do things against their will just because, like, I asked you to do it. So, of course, you have to because you know who I am. You can't say no to me. And it's quite possible, group 3, that you were perhaps the only person or one of the few people who actually had the guts to stand up to this person. For all we know, this could have been a bully that you took down single handedly, like a bully that you stood up to. With humpback whale over here, there definitely has been a change of heart of this person because of the way in which you dealt with them, because of the way in which you confronted them. And I feel like of late, this person has been trying to improve. They have been trying to better their ways. One evidence of this, of course, is the fact that they're now feeling extremely guilty of the way in which they behaved with you and other people also. With the little wheelies over here in the beggar card, this definitely, I think, caters more to communication. This person could have been very rude in their speech while talking to you. They could have spoken negative stuff about you. And it seems like all of that is beginning to haunt them now, since they're already on their spiritual journey. They are healing, they're trying to become a better person. But of course, in order to move towards the light, you have to confront your shadow side as well. And while they're doing that, all of these past mistakes, you can say, are popping up, coming up to the surface, and it does not feel good. I can tell you that much. This might be someone who is from the entertainment industry. This might be a musician, or this might be someone with whom you attended music classes, perhaps. That's just a very specific message for a few of you. But I think this person is using music these days as a tool for healing. So, just in case this is someone who has a public social media account, or if in case you are connected with them on social media, you might have noticed of late that they are posting covers of songs, or they might have brought some musical instrument and they're learning it and they're posting snippets from their lessons, something like that. So, for that, we have Dolphin that says financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Bag, something important such as a new job or a raise. And Inkpot that says problems to be resolved. All right. Group 3, I feel like this person had the tendency to not take anyone or anything seriously other than themselves. But your arrival in their life not only triggered them, but I feel it also changed that. I feel like for a lot of you, this might be like one of those cases wherein, like the bad boy falls for the good girl, something like that. Just as an example, I'm not trying to sound corny, but that's what I feel. I also think that all this mess that they've made, all of these shameful and nasty things that they've said to you, the way that they've behaved with you, they are thinking about different ways in which they can clean up after the mess that they have made. How can they make it up to you? How can they make things right with you? With the Inkpot's presence, I do feel like this person um, drafts very lengthy messages or emails for you but never sends them through, because at the very last minute their hands start shivering, they just cannot find the power to hit the send button. I don't think that this person feels as weak, incapable, and useless as they do in front of you. And I'm being very honest. It's almost as if all of this fake worth that they've created means nothing to you. I just heard, and I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. They feel very naked in front of you. Like they cannot put on any glamorous outfit, they cannot pretend to be anything other than who they actually are in front of you. And it both scares them as well as intimidates them about you. They know that you are a very good individual, they know that you have a lot of kindness in your heart, and they have seen you proving how good of a friend you are with other people. And somewhere with the presence of dolphin, I think that they're hoping that because of the kindness in your heart, you might forgive them. Somewhere spirit is saying that your forgiveness at this point means a big, big deal to them. Maybe because they're on their spiritual journey, they're healing. So of course, if they can um, get forgiveness from you, it might do wonders for them. But then again, that depends upon your free will, whether or not you want to talk to this person, whether or not you want to forgive them. Somewhere with dolphin over here and bag for a few of you, it is possible that this could have been a person who initially used to be on very good terms with you, but then maybe they ran into some money, they got a promotion at their workplace, or their career just took off and they start making more money than you. And the minute they started making more money than you, the minute their career went a step ahead of yours, their attitude towards you changed completely. They started treating you like garbage, which of course was not justified, and now they are regretting it a lot as well. In fact, I feel like in the moments when they feel very guilty, in the moments when they feel very ashamed, all the big and small acts of kindness that you've ever done towards them before, of course, things fell apart, they come back to haunt them as well. See, what are this person's intentions towards you? So we have Archangel Haniel that says joy, blessings, intuition. All right. There is a stark difference in the representation in the Archangel Haniel card of the girl over here. She seems very happy, she's pleased, she's giving us this really nice, flashy smile, which is in total contrast to the girl in the beggar card who seems upset, who seems worried, who seems tensed. I think, group 3, that this individual's intention, you can say, is to shift their own energy from the girl in the polka dot dress to the girl in the white dress. And they think that you can do that for them. They think that you can bring about that happiness back in their life. You can bring light back in their life by forgiving them, by being nice to them again, by agreeing to talk to them again. Somewhere, oh, I just heard late realization, very interesting. It's quite possible, group 3, especially with God reversed over here, that there could have been a time in this person's life when they were so blinded and so corrupt by their power that they painted a very negative image of yours in their mind. All right. And even though they were narcissistic, even though they were a bully, even though they were mean with everyone, they would say these things about you, or that's how they would see you, that God knows what group 3 thinks of themselves, or I'll teach them a lesson, and things like that. And now, thanks to their healing, thanks to their shadow work, they've realized that group 3 was actually a blessing in disguise for me, because had it not been for group 3, I would have never realized that I'm going down the wrong path or I'm doing wrong things. So group 3 in a way saved me, and I need an opportunity to thank them. I need an opportunity to tell them that they've been nothing short of a blessing for me, a blessing for my life. I don't know, group 3, whether this person has reached out to you or not, although I would highly doubt it. Because, like I said, with the ink pot, I was channeling that they keep typing and deleting text. So I don't think that they have reached out. But the intention over here, especially with white, and white often being associated, with that peace flag. So I do think that they're tired of being grumpy and being rude and mean with you, and they just want to establish peace in this connection. They want to get on better terms with you. And if you've ever felt hurt or upset by them, or because of something that they've said, because of something that they've done, they want to make it up to you for that. They want to bring a smile back on your face again. Not saying that they mean so much to you that just because they were mad at you, you stopped smiling. Obviously, that is not the case. But they would like to, I would say, let's say that if there were 5 instances wherein you got supremely pissed off because of their words or actions, they would want to create 10 instances with you where they can bring a smile to your face. So, like that. All right, now let's see how is this person feeling for you right now through the tarot cards. So, for that we have Justice, 10 of Pentacles, and we have the King of Cups. Wow, all right. So, group 3, with the King of Cups over here, it is quite possible that this person has fallen for you. They've developed very, very strong feelings for you, and they did not see this coming. I think this is one of those, like hate turned into love sort of a situation for this individual. So, definitely, like I said, they did not see this coming. With the Ten of Pentacles over here, oh, I also heard met my match. And we have been channeling since the beginning that you were the only person who could, show them their place. So, you were the only one who had the power to stand up to them. So, they feel like in you they've met their match. And of course, they have started falling for you. In fact, I think they've fallen for you till a point of no return over here, honestly, with the King of Cups. And with the Ten of Pentacles over here, they have started to feel like if somehow they are able to re-establish peace with you, if they are able to get on good terms with you, and if they're able to become friends with you and then take it from there, who knows, maybe one day they will get the opportunity to enter into a beautiful, loving, and long-term relationship with you. But that's a very far-fetched goal over here. That's like a very far-fetched dream, I would say, that's coming up in their feelings. But mostly with the Justice card over here, I feel like this realization is just hitting them left, right, and center. They've done wrong by you, and they need to right their wrongs. They need to find creative solutions to make it up to you. They need to find creative solutions to show you, in fact, also with the Justice card and the King of Cups. Because see, the King of Cups' energy is very different from that of the God in reverse. So I feel like they're looking for an opportunity to show you that they have become a better person, and that it is all because of you. Credit goes to you. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 3. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.